Here we are as part of SC2ratings.com, and we're here with Destiny, formerly of Root. Now that Root has broken up, what are your prospects exactly? Are you planning on signing on to any major team, or are you going to continue to stream games on Justin TV? Because I know that that's a way you've been supporting yourself.
I'm not really looking to join any teams right now. Maybe if like a really big team offered, I might consider it, but kind of like doing my own thing right now. I've always worked best on my own, and Root was really cool because everybody was kind of, like your own individual, and it wasn't like a big business kind of thing. So.
Right. Do you find that other teams are gearing more towards business, and Root was just kind of nourishing individual players? Like, what is your thoughts on different teams and such, and their approach to things?
It's a pretty complicated issue. I would say the main issue is when you have a lot of sponsors backing your teams, you kind of have to watch out like how players act and everything. And I like not having to owe myself to anybody, not having to worry about something I'm going to say reflecting badly on like Razer or Logitech or something like that.
Right.
So.
Oh, okay. Because I know that there was a debacle concerning that state of the game thing. I mean, do you have any comments on that? I mean, do you find that maybe being part of Root, like kind of a laid, you didn't have any sponsors to answer to on that, so that's a good thing. I was reading on your Wikipedia page that you were a woodwind player. Which may I ask? I'm a clarinet player. So
I played the alto saxophone.
The alto saxophone. College. Okay. And what made you decide to get into gaming? Like after that, I mean, that's a pretty big jump.
Actually, not as big of a jump as I used to be a professional carpet cleaner, and then I did StarCraft.
Okay, now you'll have to explain that one.
I've always played video games my whole life. I think that's pretty much everybody's story. You've always played games your whole life. I got really lucky in that I played Brood War for like 10 years, and StarCraft 2 is a game that was never going to happen. No one thought that StarCraft 2 would come out. Like, it was a joke. Like nobody, and everybody would kind of joke about it. Like Duke Nukem Forever was going to come out.
Yeah,
StarCraft 2. But then it got released. I was actually talking to one of my Korean friends on AIM, and like he was translating it for me as Blizzard was doing the announcement. We were all freaking out and acting like little girls. And then I got, I guess, a kind of a blessing in disguise. I got totally out of the dark. I got fired from the job that I currently worked at.
The carpet cleaning job?
No, I used to work in a casino.
A casino?
Yeah, and I'd actually dropped school to work at this casino, working so much because I was making really good money.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, I got fired from there, so I was unemployed.
Out of nowhere, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I look like the kind of person who fired from a job?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a long story. But, people actually probably heard me tell the story before. But regardless, I found myself unemployed and with StarCraft 2 in my hands, and then somebody just totally suggested the idea of streaming, and I thought it'd be fun. So I had tons of hours a day to spend playing the beta, and I had people watching my stream, and then I just kind of grew out of there. I got pretty good at it. And then it just kind of led from there. What did you have any sort of familial resistance to you becoming a professional gamer? Because sometimes the story is that American ones, especially, I mean, American families are like, oh, why are you getting into gaming? What is that? You're going to throw your life away. Whereas with Koreans, it's more acceptable, I suppose. They're rock stars over there. Maybe. I don't necessarily know if that's true. I know that in a lot of... Actually, I think it's kind of similar between Koreans and Americans. I think in Korean society, a lot of the older people, I think, are pretty against, people kind of doing the video game things.
Right.
And some of the younger generations have been accepted a little more, which I guess is kind of the same in the United States. I've kind of been on my own since I was like 17, 18, though.
I see. Okay.
So... I mean, yeah.
It makes it a lot easier that way.
My parents have always wanted what's best for me. So, like, if I'm, like... My parents would never say drop out of college and go play video games, and I love them for that. I mean, it's true. Right. But I mean, like now, like I make plenty of money doing it, so my mom's happy,
Oh, okay.
And she supports me. Like if you go to my stream, you'll find her in my chat sometimes. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. You were quoted as saying, I mean, I love watching your Massive Investor play. So tell me a little bit about how long it took you to hone such a thing. I mean, especially beating SDAs and Bomber. I mean, all of that. You say that they're very cost-effective units. What do you like the utility of them? The neurals? What?
It's just a different approach to the race. People play Zerg you need a lot of bases and you need a lot of units. And you have, like the 300 food push kind of like symbolizes how Zerg used to be played. I don't like that. I think that if you use infestors, you can make your army cost efficient. So my play revolves more around building 200 armies that can compete with the 200 Protoss and Terran army, rather than trying to overwhelm them and swarm them and mass them. It's just my style of play.
All right, it's an interesting style of play because I mean, at least I know here at MLG with Terrans it's just constant blue flame hellions. I mean, is there nothing to? I mean, and Zerg is not so much the same. So it's interesting to see this infestor play. Do you have any other Any other ideas in the works for like revolutionizing Zerg or what?
Even now, I don't think my investor play is considered revolutionary until I actually place well in one of these tournaments. So I mean, people won't take me seriously, but that's okay. I'll just continue to do my thing.
Okay, all right. What about any plans on the future of your streaming on Justin TV? Do you? I mean, you said you were happy just doing your own thing right now, but is there anything else in the future that you would like to do? What?
I don't know. I mean, when I first quit my job to play StarCraft 2, I kind of wanted to do everything. I wanted to cast, I wanted to make funny videos, I wanted to, everything, because I like everything in the game,
Music videos.
yeah, whatever, another Baneling, whatever. But as I started to play more, like, you come to realize if you want to play at a really high level, like, you can only play. You don't have time. There's reasons why there aren't casters that are also, like...
Also good players.
Yeah. It just doesn't happen because the time that you have to invest in playing, it supersedes everything else. You have no more free time. So I mean, really, that's my first and foremost goal in everything that I do in StarCraft 2 is to be the best player possible. It supersedes everything else. My desire to do anything for fun or any cast or anything like that. So streaming, I can do while doing that. So
exactly.
That's why I continue to stream.
Okay, all right. Well, that about wraps it up for Questions with Destiny. Thank you very much for watching. We're part of SC2Ratings.com.